Can you keep politics out of your life? Maybe you identify yourself with a Democrat or a Republican or something else entirely. And can you actually keep them separated from your life, from your family and friends, your work, and anyone else around you? That's what we're talking about in today's video. So hello everyone, my name is Autumn Asphodel, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing what you can do to keep politics separate from your life, if that's even possible. So enjoy the video.
It's obvious that the world is divided. People hate one another for a variety of different reasons. You have a political divide, religious divide, philosophical divide, medical choice divide, and so on. Dealing with this divide is not an easy task. But if you'd like more information about that, be sure to check out my previous video about the world being divided that goes in more depth about the reasons why and what you can do. We will primarily be focusing on keeping politics out of your personal life. It seems like most things these days are political in some way. If you have a certain belief, you're a far-right extremist. If you believe something else, you're far left, and so on. Common sense has gone out the door, and Democrats and Republicans alike are disagreeing with one another just for the sake of disagreeing. If Democrats says A, Republicans say Z. If Republicans say 1, Democrats say -1, and so on. People who align themselves with a certain political party agree simply because someone else, their political party, told them to. Not because it makes sense or helps anyone, but just because their political party of choice said to believe it, nothing more.
A political divide is probably one of the biggest things that we are faced with at the current moment. So many people hate one another because they have difference of opinion when it comes to political beliefs. And it seems as though everything these days is political. If you believe this, you're far left. If you believe this, you're far right. There is no compromise. In addition, there are so many people who are so indoctrinated into the cult, the political party cult, essentially, that if they're a Democrat or if they're a Republican and their party believes something, they will blindly follow whatever their political party says without question, without thinking about it, in addition to also hating the opposite party. So if Democrat says this, the Republicans will say the complete and total opposite of that. Likewise, if the Republicans say this, the Democrats will say the complete and opposite version of that. And that's the major problem because there's no compromise there. It's just division. It's divide people by making them question, what side are you on? Choose a side and fight against all the people who disobey you, who don't follow the same religious cult that you are part of.
This political divide makes you censor yourself since everything is now political. You're too scared to express your beliefs since you'll be labeled and attacked for your beliefs. If you believe kids shouldn't transition, you're a far-right insurrectionist. If you believe that there are infinite genders and even kids can change their sex, you're a far-left libtard. It's honestly quite amusing when you look at it, the ridiculous things people say and the way people get upset. However, it poses a problem since you don't just laugh it off, but instead censor yourself. Keeping politics separate from your personal life is simply not possible anymore since simple beliefs come off a certain way to others. You can't censor yourself for everything. You should be allowed to speak your mind. So instead of censoring yourself, express yourself. You don't have to go out of your way to express your viewpoints so others know where you stand, but you can express when you feel it's necessary to speak up. Maybe you don't even pay attention to politics and don't know what is political and what isn't. Regardless, you should be free to express your views. Keeping politics out of your personal life comes down to not thinking down party lines. The moment you realize that Democrat and Republican are basically one and the same, here to divide people and have them fighting among themselves, then you realize that none of these parties should truly represent you. Rather, you have to think independently. Maybe some ideas from both parties, and some from entirely different ones, align with your belief. that doesn't make you far left or far right, but rather, it makes you more well-rounded and able to see things from many different sides. Laugh when someone tries to label you, knowing you are not what they're calling you. Don't associate with the labels they give you since they're basically just bullying and shaming you into changing your beliefs or shunning you so you never express how you truly feel. What kind of life is it to always hold back and never express yourself? It's not a happy life, that's for sure. So be confident with what you believe and express it. But also, don't intentionally bring up controversial issues to instigate a fight. Just keep things casual and meet a diverse set of people, and you'll find something you can share in common with everyone, even those who may be labeled an enemy. Let me know how this works for you. Have a great day.
Since everything is so political these days, it's literally impossible at this point to keep politics separate from your life. No matter what viewpoint you have, that can be labeled as far left or far right, depending on whatever it is that you believe. And it's a sad thing because I've seen it personally happen with me. I express a certain viewpoint that is a rational viewpoint, and I'm called far right. I talk about other sorts of topics, other sorts of information that, again, is based in realities, based in fact. Oh, you're far left. I hear all sorts of things, and the truth of the matter is I am neither of those. So I just learned to laugh at it because I realized that these people are just trying to shut me up, essentially. They don't want me to express my viewpoint. So why am I going to even listen to them in the first place? If they're going to try to shun me and stop me from expressing my viewpoint, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to allow that to happen. So that's what you have to be able to do as well. Just shut out all the noise and just express your beliefs, whatever that they are. Some of them may be very controversial. Maybe you don't necessarily want to express your beliefs, or maybe you shouldn't necessarily express your beliefs in certain situations. But I think it's very important that no matter what situation you're in, if you need to speak about something, you should be allowed to do that without holding yourself back. Give yourself some freedom to be able to do that, but do it in a way that is helpful and constructive and at peace. Do it in a very peaceful manner so other people are not thinking that you're some extremist. Okay, so let me know what your thoughts are on this topic. You all take care, have a great one, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.